everyone, this is my review of the AYN Odin 2. I hope you enjoyed that video showcasing the AYN Odin 2 and how it looks in all its glory. Now before I get into the video, I want to leave a disclaimer here. The unit that I received has a hardware defect. That is, the right speaker on the device, it does not work. I opened the back of the AYN Odin 2 and I noticed that the speaker, the attachment that is supposed to plug into, is broken off the motherboard. So I'm not sure if that happened in transit or if it was a quality testing failure where AYN didn't really check the device properly before shipping it out. I'm not sure what happened. But apart from that, the device does work as intended. It is a awesome emulation device. If you're looking something for like Switch and PS2, I think this is the device to get. Nothing on the market currently beats the specifications that you're going to get from this device. I do like the box that it came in. The design of it is really nice. You have these glowing effects around the box, the back of the box. That is, you can see the model that I got, which is the Pro model that has 12 GB of RAM and 256 GB of internal storage. The color that I got is the cold gray. Around the box, there's really nothing else to look at, and we're just going to go right in and open this up. Now, the Odin 2 is a nice device, I would say, for Android gaming and emulation if that's what you're looking for. There are other devices on the market, such as the Steam Deck, that will give you more when it comes on to, flexibility with your library of games, because you'll be able to play PC games and such. This card that I'm showcasing shows the specification and the layout of the device. The specs is a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, 12 GB of RAM, and my model has 256 GB of internal storage. There is this protective foam that covers the screen so that it doesn't get damaged during transit. Now, also in the package is this USB C-to-C cable, and it has the AYN branding on it. It feels like a pretty nice sturdy USB-C cable. I don't have a USB-C adapter, so really and truly I won't be able to use this, at least not right now, but I'll definitely be holding on to it as it is a nice quality cable. Around the device we have our L1 and L2, R1 and R2 buttons, our volume rocker and SD card slot on top with a micro HDMI out and a exhaust vent. There's also a power button that doubles as a fingerprint sensor, and this is pretty fast. It's my preferred way of securing the device and unlocking it. Around back we have two mappable buttons, or M1 and M2, and we have a intake vent which allows cool air to pass into the device and cool that Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor that's inside. You can also see that our analog triggers does have some travel, and again, this is the exhaust vent at which all the hot air will pass through. There's a small AYN branding on the back of the device, which is pretty nice. And around front, we're going to take a look at this 6-inch LCD IPS screen. The resolution of the screen is 1080p, and the maximum frame rate on this is 60 FPS. You can test this in applications such as RetroArch, and there are other software that you can use to test the screen quality of this device. Going around the device is pretty fast and snappy. I do enjoy using the controls to navigate around the interface of the Odin 2.
So far it doesn't look too bad.
Right now I'm going to jump into some game testing, and we're starting off with Burnout Domination, and this is running by Aether SX2. We're at 3x resolution scale. I think we're running with the OpenGL backend, and we're getting 60 FPS. If you haven't also noticed, the device does come with LEDs around the joysticks and on the side. I chose to go with a green color. This is because I wanted to, sport the theme of a portable Xbox. And later on in the video, you'll see me test out game streaming with the XBX Play app. I'll also be doing a tutorial on how to set up that app later in the future, so stay tuned for that. Now, playing this game, I'm able to get full frame rate at 60 FPS. I have an extensive library of PS2 games, and currently, so far, everything that I throw at it, it plays, and it plays wonderfully. The only thing that I've noticed is that some games do have some graphical issues, so you might need to switch your GPU backend from OpenGL to Vulkan and vice versa. Some games are going to work better on Vulkan and some are going to work better with OpenGL. You just gotta fiddle around and figure out what's the best case scenario for each video game. Playing PS2 on this feels pretty good. If you already know where each button's at, if you have the PS2 layout set on this, or if you go with the Xbox configuration style in the software for your controllers, which is what I did, it is pretty natural because you know your top button is your triangle, the one on the left is your square, the one on the right is your circle, and X is down bottom. So it's pretty easy. If you're used to any of those controls, you don't need to look at what's on the face button. Because of muscle memory, you'll know where what is. And I play all my games using the Xbox controller layout. I see some people make videos where they switch back and forth between the Xbox style and the Odin style when they're doing Switch emulation. I don't do that. I just keep it on Xbox, and I know that my A button is right where my A button is supposed to be on my Xbox, and it's not over where it is on like the Nintendo Switch. But that's my preferred controller configuration layout, so that's how I go about playing my games. And fighting games are pretty nice on this. As you can see, I'm playing Naruto, and this is just a training test, but the game is pretty responsive. I don't notice any frame dips, and I'm not really noticing any input lag. Let's talk about the ergonomics of the device as well. It feels good in the hand, and I would say that it's not too light and it's not too heavy. It's comfortable for long playing sessions, so I could be playing on this for like 2-3 hours and I don't feel like tired. My arms aren't hurting me from holding this device. It's pretty nice and comfortable to play on for long play sessions. Right now I'm testing Midnight Club Los Angeles LA Remix on the PPSSP emulator. Now this was one of the hardest games to emulate on Android via PPSSP, and this game is currently running at 4 times resolution scale, which is giving you a 1080p output, and it's running at 60 FPS. Now I'm testing the same game again, but this is the Xbox 360 version, and we're playing this using the XBX Play app. With a native Xbox app, you're not able to play Xbox 360 games. There are also additional features of the XBX Play app. You can navigate around the whole Xbox interface. You can access the store. Every single feature that's on your Xbox, you can access it remotely with that app. The app was going for like $5.99 before, but recently the price went up to around $6 and some cents. That's what I paid for it. And I'm not sure if it's the popularity of this device or other Android handhelds why they decided to increase the price, because it's worth it. For everything that you can do, it is worth it. You're able to play your games at 1080p 60 FPS on the go, and that's amazing. It feels like I'm playing on a portable Xbox, to be honest. Now we're testing Fortnite Mobile, and this is the mobile version of Fortnite. I have the settings at Epic with high textures, and I set it at around 45 FPS, and it will stay there at 45 FPS, which is pretty amazing. Finally, we're testing Nintendo Switch, and this is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and the Switch emulation does run pretty good. I'll have more Switch games being tested in the future, so stay tuned for that. And if you do enjoy the video, please feel free to give it a like and share it with a friend who likes tech. Until then, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.